Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Peace. Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. I can flip the fan in Miami. I can flip the fan in Indianapolis. I can flip the fan anywhere, even the Super Bowl. Famous now. Available in 2000 BC, the album Dad AF. I'm in Miami, Trish. That's my spit on that song. How are you guys doing? Oh, my hair is looking a little foolish. I was going to wear a hat, but I thought, you know what? We just came in from the beach. I took one last little swim in the pool before we came up here, and I'm getting ready to take a nap before we go out to dinner. We are currently in Miami, Florida for Valentine's Day weekend. So, happy Valentine's Day weekend coming up onto Valentine's Day on, I guess it's Monday. And if you watch my vlogs, these are the Florida vlogs that they have been termed over the years. There's the Vegas vlogs, and then there's the Florida vlogs. Well, this isn't the Florida vlog, but on my vlog channel, I do that. And then whenever I go on vacation with my husband and I always do a Q&A. That Q&A will be posted on Sunday. We will be filming that probably tomorrow, and I put the Q&A up over on my Instagram, so go follow my Instagram and ask us a question if you have a question. Anything goes. We've done so many Q&As at this point, and we have so much fun doing them. And it was so funny because I'm actually thinking about doing a rant tomorrow. I was going to do a rant video today about our travels down to Florida and some things that happened, but because some drama has occurred, I will be doing the drama video today, and then tomorrow I may be doing a rant video. If not, I'll just save it till I get back. But anyway, so when I was on the plane, I sat next to the husband of somebody that watches my videos, and so he was like, oh, hi, I'm so-and-so, and my wife watches all your videos, and I was like, oh my god, that's so nice. So we got off the plane, like, I met her, and I was like, oh, it's so nice to meet you, and she, like, turns to my husband, and she goes, you are so funny in the Q&As, and I'm like, hello, attention here, please. So anyway, and then, let me tell you, before we left on this vacation, I was like, you know what? This is kind of what I say. This is my vacation mantra. I was like, I'm going to eat whatever I want to eat while I'm on vacation, and then starting on Monday, I'm going to get back to, well, eating whatever I want to eat. But no, but like trying to be, you know, more concerted effort of all this kind of stuff. And so I was like, I got down here and I'm like, you know, it used to take me a lot of work to like get on the beach and all that kind of stuff. But I was like, you know, feeling my best Daniel Craig moment, gutted, as I was coming out of the ocean today. Hair slicked back from the ocean and felt like Bond, James Bond. And I'm going like this and I hear, oh my god, I watch all your videos. And I'm standing there looking delightful in a swimsuit, and I look and there is the nicest young lady, and her name is Victoria, so I want to give a special shout out to Victoria. I also want to give a special shout out to Summer, whose husband I sat next to on the plane. And I have to tell you guys, it's so funny because nobody ever comes up and says hi to me out in public ever. My husband, it happens, he's right over there in bed, but it happens to him all the time. True story. I'm making a drama video and my husband's in bed over there. But anyway, it happens to him a lot. They'll be like, oh, you're Peter Monn's husband, but it never happens to me. And it's happened twice and it's been so nice. But I was like, oh, right as I'm getting out of the water. And she was so sweet. And she said, can I take a selfie with you? I was like, sure, but you can only show like this part of me right here, okay? So I said, you have to let me hide behind you. So she let me hide behind her and we took the selfie. So Victoria, she was very, very sweet. So anyway, we have been having such a good time in Florida so far. Well, I put all this on the vlog, so you can watch the vlog if you want to know every little detail, but we got in yesterday after not sleeping at all the night before. And we were exhausted, and I took not just one, I took 2 naps yesterday, and we went down to the beach and stuff, and then we went to Lincoln Road, and we had dinner last night. Tonight we have special dinner reservations, and then we're meeting up with a friend, so I love Miami so much. It is just like one of our cities, and so yeah, so anyway, so let's get into today's drama. Are you ready for this? It's so funny because the first part of this drama I had seen earlier, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a video about this and nobody will care, because nobody, it seems like, really is that interested in any drama associated with Jaclyn Hill anymore. Back in the day, I mean, I could post a Jaclyn Hill video and it was like literally like views. But I just don't think that many people are really, and this is kind of sad, I mean, in regards to her wanting to do lifestyle videos. Actually, I have Diet Coke right here. Not sponsored, but I wish it was. But our couples video probably will be sponsored. Thank you, Adam and Eve. But anyway, so, you know, back in the day, I would do a Jaclyn Hill video, and it would get a lot of views, and people really cared. In fact, I actually think that my most viewed video on this channel is a Jaclyn Hill video, and it's like close to 1 million views. But today, I can post a Jaclyn Hill video and nobody really cares. And so it's very interesting because it's like, what do you do then if you're Jaclyn Hill and you're not getting the views that you want, right? So when I saw this first start, I was like, oh, this is very interesting because Jaclyn Hill's trying to stir up some drama. I no longer believe that it's just complaining. I believe there's a point, there's a method to her madness. I really do believe that. But then Trisha Paytas comes into the story, okay? And I was like, oh, this is very interesting, especially when back in the day, Trisha Paytas, you know, did the whole trolling thing with John Hill, Jaclyn's ex, and then apologized, and they made up, and they were fine and on good terms. But then Trisha Paytas inserts herself into this whole situation, and I'm like, oh, this is very interesting, especially coming from you, Trisha, okay? Now, don't forget, Trisha said in many live streams now that she doesn't care if drama channels make videos about her and whatever. So I'm about to present to you evidence of the most unbothered, bothered person. So just get prepared because Trisha said she doesn't care, okay? And we know that Trisha doesn't care. Right now, because she doesn't care, she now is doing these things where before she goes on live stream, hold on a second, let me pull it up. Before she goes on live stream, she does these premiere things, so it's like you have to wait. Well, now it's over, but it was her live stream and it was called It's Over. And so before she does it, she like goes in and like you have to like wait before she, you know. And so it's like an hour long. Here's a mukbang. It looks like she's eating tortilla chips and salsa and I don't know what else, noodles or some popcorn. I can't tell. So anyway, and her LaCroix, and she's got it all set up. And she did this live stream called It's Over, because every one of her live streams is these really high clickbait titles, because it's just her sitting there for an hour. She doesn't really ever say anything, and she, you know, whatever. And she gets all these super chats, and then she posts it, and she puts all these ads in it, and that's her new way of making money. I don't mind live streams. Like, I think they're fun to watch. But when you're live streaming every day, it basically is like, I mean, Amberlynn Reed got really, really accused of this because she went to live streaming every single day. It is just a really lazy way to put up content. And it just, in my personal opinion, it's like, I just want a way to make money, so I'm going to post something, and I'm going to sit down here, I'm going to eat, and whatever. Now, I like to live stream to interact and connect with the people that are so kind to follow my channel, which is funny because when I do live streams, people are like, you don't really talk about anything, you just interact with the people. I'm like, well, so I think the next time I live stream, I'm going to do like, okay, the first 15 minutes is like interacting, but Trisha just gets on live stream because it's about the money, and I think we know that by now. So let's get into the drama of the drama. So Jaclyn Hill posts this tweet, and the tweet says, hold on a second, where am I? I just brought my reading glass. Oh, thank God. I was like, what am I going to do if I don't have my reading glasses? Oh my God. Okay, my battery died right as I was getting ready to read Jaclyn Hill's tweet. I guess because I didn't replace it from the vlog last night. So let's get in here and read Jaclyn Hill's tweet. Okay, Jaclyn Hill said, I do not understand people's obsession with money and my relationship. No, I didn't pay for my engagement ring. No, I didn't pay for the setting. No, I don't pay Jordan. But if roles were reversed, you wouldn't even care at all. And I'm like, so my first thought honestly was, whenever Jaclyn tweets something out like this, I'm like, does she have a video that's not doing very well? Okay, so I immediately went over to Jaclyn Hill's YouTube. Hold on just a second, let me pull this up. Here it is. I had it pulled up. And Jaclyn Hill's video from one day ago is called, You're Invited to Our Engagement Party. And it's sitting at 224,000 views. A really, really poorly viewed video for Jaclyn Hill. So Jaclyn that has come out and said, okay, that her makeup review videos do not do very well whatsoever. Let's go back and look at her makeup review. I'm so excited about this collection 3 days ago. Ooh, that's 50,000 views. That's less. Oh, it was a short. It was a short. Okay, forget that. My first makeup tutorial in over a year was 663,000 views. So she came out and she said that her makeup videos don't do as well as her lifestyle videos. And she's not here just to sit on her ASS. Like, this is a career for her as well. A career that she doesn't ever participate in because she hardly ever posts videos, right? So, but I'm having to believe believe that now that Jaclyn Hill has this release coming out, okay, that she is posting more and more videos to get people to interact with her so then she can sell you. This is the same stuff that Jaclyn's been accused of for years, okay? And it's like, people, and this is the thing, then don't come out and say it's not true if there's truth to it, right? Like, just don't say anything at all. But people for years have been like, the only time Jaclyn ever posts videos is when she's getting ready to sell something. She's getting ready to push a launch, and now she's starting to post more on YouTube, okay? I mean, she posted a makeup video, now she's posting these engagement videos and whatever. And honestly, the lifestyle stuff with Jaclyn Hill is the things that I enjoy, okay? The makeup stuff is fine, but she doesn't seem interested anymore. She seems completely bored with makeup. And instead of coming out and saying, I'm bored with makeup, what she says is, people don't seem to really like the makeup videos. People seem to like the lifestyle videos. And this is my career, so I'm going to be doing the lifestyle videos. Well, as I proved in my last Jaclyn Hill video that I did, there's absolutely no truth to that whatsoever. Her makeup videos and her lifestyle videos garner the same amount of views, okay? And the issue is that Jaclyn Hill has done such detriment to her own career, okay, by not taking accountability appropriately and in a timely manner, and continuing to have failed launch after failed launch and not addressing those things, and not treating her audience the way that her audience deserves to be treated, for being loyal customers and followers for years and years and years, that people really aren't that interested in Jaclyn Hill anymore, like I said at the beginning of this video, right? And that's what's happening as a result on her YouTube channel. People aren't interested. When you act like you're not interested in your own channel, why do you think anybody else is going to be interested in your channel? When you're only posting a video a month, what that translates to your audience is, I do not care and I am too lazy to sit down and film a video. Therefore, I'm not going to film a video. And if you're not interested in your own YouTube channel, why would anybody else be interested in yours? I get up every single day and I feel completely blessed that I get to do this on a daily basis, right? So, like, for these people that just, they act like, well, this isn't just, you know, me sitting on my ASS, like, this is a job, you know, girl, pull this leg and it plays Jingle Bells. I'm so tired of these entitled YouTubers like that, right? So, anyway, so Jaclyn Hill, like, her video is not doing well. It's sitting, here we are, it's sitting, her engagement video is sitting at 224,000 views. This is her engagement video, okay, for her engagement party, which is interesting because just 1 month ago, her video, I'm Getting Married, which was when Jordan proposed to her, is one of her most viewed videos, and it is at 847,000 views. So when you're a YouTuber, and the video that you just posted a day before isn't doing well, what you do is, you go cause some drama and get people talking about said issue, okay? And said issue is, no, Jordan didn't pay for this party, no, Jordan didn't pay for my wedding ring, no, Jordan didn't engagement ring, no, Jordan didn't pay for the setting, no, Jordan, I don't pay Jordan, and on and on and on. First of all, which is really interesting to me, now, I have heard a lot of people in the past speculate that Jaclyn Hill has bought her own engagement ring, but that was in the past when people would be like, is that an engagement ring she's wearing? Do you guys remember that? But recently, with Jordan, like, proposing to her, I haven't heard anybody saying that. I really haven't. I haven't seen that in comments. I haven't seen that on Instagram or Twitter. I haven't seen people coming out and saying, Jordan bought this ring. And this is the thing that I think she hasn't figured out that yet, is that most people really like the relationship of Jaclyn and Jordan. I do. And so people aren't speculating that Jordan is, like, taking her for her money, because I don't think anybody believes that. So I don't know where that's coming. Maybe that's coming from Jaclyn's own head. But I never, when I read this tweet, I was like, who is speculating that Jaclyn Hill is paying Jordan, okay? Furthermore, I will say this about this situation. It's like, I want to make something very clear, okay? Yeah, I was going to sit here and be like, my husband didn't pay for my engagement ring, and my husband, you know, we split all that kind of stuff. My husband, we just got new wedding bands when we were in Vegas for our anniversary. My husband bought both of them, you know. I've always loved the Cartier Love rings, and he bought us both one for our, you know, engagement. I can't even remember. I bought our engagement rings, and Alex bought our wedding bands, and we split the wedding, and it's like, who cares about all that stuff? Why do you feel like you need to come out and defend yourself against this? And I do believe Jaclyn, I do agree with Jaclyn when she says, if the roles were reversed, nobody would care. But then I think that it goes back to this very kind of, like, misogynist society that we, like, partly live in to some degree, of this traditional roles that the man should buy the engagement ring for the woman. Whoever said that, okay? I don't know what's more problematic with this tweet and this statement, saying that if the roles were reversed, nobody would have an issue with it. Okay, I don't know if that is more of an issue, or if the more of the issue is that Jaclyn feels the need to define and declare that Jordan did not buy the ring, or that Jordan did buy the ring for her. That she's like reaffirming the statement that there would be something wrong with that. I would have preferred a tweet that said, Jordan did not, well, I don't even know why she feels like she needs to clarify this to anybody. This is a statement that I would not clarify. You know, I just would feel like that. If you think that, okay, think that. I mean, I know the truth. It doesn't really matter, you know? It's like, I love the movie The Contender. I talk about this all the time. At the very end of the movie, there's a line that she says in there where she says, principles only mean something if you stick to them when they're inconvenient. But there's this whole scandal that she gets herself caught up in, and the president asks her, why didn't you ever tell him you knew the truth? And she said, it was never theirs to ask in the first place. And so it's like, who buys your engagement ring you're right, it really isn't anybody's business. But when you come out and you tweet about it, you have just made it everybody's business, Jaclyn. And I hope you realize that as a public figure. When you put that out there in the world, you have now made it everybody's business, okay? And what you've also said is that you believe a man should buy a woman's engagement ring. And I'm sorry, I just don't believe that in 2020, you know? I just don't. So anyway, all right, I mean, I think maybe a woman should buy a man's engagement ring sometimes too, you know? I think that'd be nice. I don't know. This world we live in, who knows what anymore. Okay, so Jaclyn came out and she made that statement and all this kind of stuff. Now, the comments underneath there were all pretty supportive of Jaclyn. Here, I will read them to you, some of them. So Jaclyn, oh, I liked it. I'll take that like off. I didn't mean to like that. So anyway, because I don't. But anyway, somebody said, people ask because you have more of the money in the relationship. How does a guy buy a ring for someone who has millions? I'm sure everyone was wondering it, but didn't ask. And there are those who do ask because they don't care and are nosy. And then somebody said, yes, most people are nosy. Okay, so let's go on it. Somebody said, people are saying, so silly, why do people care, blah, 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 on and on. People are saying, this woman said, like, I paid for my engagement ring and wedding band, what's wrong with that? Who cares? Don't let anyone take your happiness from you. I know, easier said than done. But I don't know that you guys realize this, but Jaclyn is affirming that there is something wrong by this statement to some degree. So anyway, somebody said, I think this is part of doing lifestyle videos. I myself don't watch them because I got my own life to invest in. With all my heart, I invest in your old makeup tutorials. Okay, it helps with my anxiety. They said it was really nice. Somebody in here said something, though. They ignore the haters. Everybody's really supportive, which I have to tell you, when Trisha Paytas comes around and says something, it's not so nice the same. It's not so nice the same thing. It's not the exact response. Okay. So let me get in here. Hold on a second, because I did find this one tweet that I thought was interesting. Somebody said, while you are correct about the hypocrisy regarding your relationship, people care about your money because sometimes it feels like you really want people to know how rich you are. You never miss an opportunity to show off your wealth. People are going to pay attention to it. Like if every time I went on camera there was an elephant in the background, people are going to want to talk about the elephant. Fair or not, people want to know what it takes to live a certain lifestyle, especially for if they feel like they're directly funding it. And I think that's an absolutely 100% true statement. You know, it's Jaclyn Hill. I've talked about the watch in the pictures, where she takes the picture, you know, and it's like always like the watch is like over the shirt, so you can see that she wears a $125,000 watch, you know, and it's like her house is absolutely beautiful, and when she was showing the backyard area, and she's like, I don't know what to do with this extra space. I'm like, I could live in that extra space out there, you know? So then Trisha Paytas comes out, and let's read Trisha Paytas' statement, because of course she's the expert on relationships. So then Trisha Paytas comes out, and she retweets Jaclyn's tweet, and she says, I literally could have written this exact tweet. I rarely say this, but the only reason for these type of comments, jealousy. Plain and simple. No one's in danger, nothing bad happening, just downright jealousy. And that is so sad. So here's the deal, Trisha. I don't know where you come up with this stuff in your head or how you get yourself to believe it. I don't know why people are concerned with if Jordan bought the ring for Jaclyn Hill. That's not something for me that's really that interesting. I don't really care. And I don't really, quite frankly, care if Moses bought your ring. I would be more concerned that Moses bought your ring and now you're wanting to sell replicas of it to people out there for $4,500. That, to me, is a more interesting storyline, right? But I don't really care who buys your ring or who pays for your weddings and all that kind of stuff. And to be totally honest, when it comes to Trisha Paytas, and Trisha Paytas having a wedding in Maui and flying to the Maldives and all this kind of stuff, and Trisha Paytas has been somebody that has shown a high luxury lifestyle, I just assumed that Trisha Paytas paid for the majority of it. And I don't have any issue with that. When you want to talk about strong, independent women in our world that are the breadwinners for their family, I don't think that there's anything wrong with them paying for the majority of it, and I don't think it's a hater tactic to say something about it. I honestly just assumed that Trisha did probably pay for it. But yet it goes back to this sentiment, and I don't know why I have an issue with this, where we have to reaffirm that, no, that's not true, and Moses paid for everything, and Moses paid for the wedding, and Moses paid. Why does it matter? Like, you guys are the ones that are like reaffirming this stereotype to some degree. I mean, you're the ones that are bothered by it, right? Like, in all honesty, as a drama channel, like, I don't know that I really cared who bought Trisha Paytas' ring or paid for the wedding, and I didn't really think about it much, okay? But I do think it's interesting when, I mean, but I will say this, and I've said it in other videos, like, when you are with somebody where you've shown this high lifestyle life, right? And then it's like you bring somebody in and you ask them, I don't know, I'm just very confused by all of it. So here are the comments underneath Trisha's tweet. I mean, if it helps you sleep at night, if it helps you sleep at night, sure. Tell yourself whatever you want. Being detached from reality does not change reality. What exactly do you think people are jealous of you for, Trisha? I mean, people are not jealous of Trisha Paytas. I think this is her way of, like, this is when Jaclyn Hill says, I honestly want to give a hug to all of my haters. Trisha's way of saying the same thing, of dealing with haters, is, you're jealous of me. What are people jealous of, Trisha? I mean, like, honestly, that you're in a relationship where you tell a man to do everything that you want him to do and he does it, that's submissive. I don't want to be in that relationship. I want to be in a relationship that my husband challenges me to be the best version of myself that I can be. I want to be in a relationship where my husband and I are equal partners as best that can be possible. You're never going to be on the same page in a relationship. You're never going to be 100% equal partners financially, emotionally, spiritually, or whatever. But to aim at getting there and to do the work, that's what I want in a relationship. I want to do things for my husband just because I love him, and likewise. I don't, you know, it was like, I talked about this in my Peter Does Stuff video the other day, that my husband and I are both watching a show, Euphoria, which has a lot to do with addiction and recovery, and my husband sent me a very, very nice text message saying that he was talking to his friends about addiction, and about the show and addiction, and he said, you know, I just want you to know that I don't say this very often. My husband's very supportive of me, but he said, I don't say this very often, but I want you to know how proud I am of you and your recovery and how hard you work towards everything that you do with your recovery. And it's like, those moments are so special to me, right? To sit on video or to sit in a tweet and have to prove my love with another person, like, that's where you guys are the ones that are stirring up people wondering about it. Do you not understand that? Now, for Jaclyn, I get it, because Jaclyn's wanting to stir up it because her video is not doing well. And I truly 100% believe that. It's like, well, I'm getting 2 or 3 comments about my ring. And this is the other thing, that Jaclyn always focuses on the negative. She never focuses on the positive. She could get 100 positive comments that say, Jaclyn Hill, I love you. I'll buy everything that you ever put out. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care how bad the launch fails. I don't care if it takes me 6 months to get it, and I don't care if it's $300 a piece. I'll buy it, okay? I love you. I will always love you. You could do no wrong. And Jaclyn Hill will focus on the one negative comment. Period. End of story. And that says more about Jaclyn and the work that Jaclyn needs to do on Jaclyn than it does about anything else to do with anything to do with YouTube. Because just like I was telling somebody else on YouTube today when they said something to me about, like, in the comments, I said, do you? The comments are always going to be there. You're always going to get some negative comments, and that's okay. And people have a right to leave a negative comment. People have a right to not agree with you when you put that out there in the world, right? And you would think at the careers of Trisha and Jaclyn, by the time that you've been around for 10 to 13 years, that you would know that. You know what I mean? So anyway, but Trisha thinks that we're all jealous. So, somebody said, when people are obsessed with someone and go out of their way to send them hate every effing day, that is jealousy or just a weird obsession. As they say, haters are the biggest fans. Truly, they're making her hella money. Trisha Paytas, I don't think, is making any kind of near the money that she was making 2 to 3 years ago on YouTube and all this kind of stuff, when she was actually doing content that people were really enjoying and her fans were really supportive of her. She's lost a lot of fans in the last couple years. I don't know whoever made that statement, if you realize that or not, right? And do I think that obsession and jealousy are the same thing? Absolutely, 100% not. Not so whatsoever. So, and for me, it's just content to talk about in a drama video. So, I mean, you know, if tomorrow, like, if tomorrow Trisha Paytas stopped making videos and never made another video on YouTube, never made another TikTok, never tweeted out again, this is how it would go for me. I would probably in the first week make 2 videos saying, where's Trisha Paytas? Or Trisha Paytas left YouTube. The second week, I would probably make another video being like, 2 weeks, Trisha's gone off YouTube. By the third third month, I would have faded out from that. At probably the 6th month and the year mark, I would do a video and say, Trisha Paytas has been gone 6 months. Where is she? A year. Trisha Paytas has been gone a year. Where is she? And then after that, who'd care? Okay? So anyway, interesting though. All right, so let's see what else somebody says. Oh, this person responded to them and said, thanks, Dr. Phil. Have a nice day. Okay, somebody did an emoji, old school actress laughing. Somebody said jealous. Crying emoji. Of what? Somebody said, who are you? Somebody said, oh, so true, bestie. Oh my God. Okay, so you think you're Trisha Paytas' bestie? Let me know how that relationship works out for you. Somebody said, I can wholeheartedly say no matter what you do or did, I would never be jealous of you. I'm poor AF and still would never be jealous of you. Somebody said, I promise nobody is jealous of you. And then somebody posted this clip of Trisha Paytas in her newest live stream, and they said, who are we jealous? We're so jealous. Somebody said, we're all mad we couldn't get Moses first. How did you figure it out? Somebody said, Trisha, you've been jealous of Jaclyn many times. And that is kind of true, honestly. Somebody said, definitely not jealous. LOL, no, it's not, Trish. Big facts. Somebody said, okay. Somebody said, you couldn't pay me to look and live the way that you do. Okay, interesting. Not very nice, but someone said, I don't feel like Jordan is using Jaclyn, but we can see Moses using you. You're the only one acting like he isn't. There are text messages showing, it goes into the text messages, I'm not going to get into that. Someone said, I promise you that no one cares about your money, marriage, or anything. Someone said, girl, no one is jealous of your relationship. I mean, it goes on, and I'm editing words out of this because they're not very nice. Someone said, Trisha, I promise you, no one is jealous of you. In fact, we're the exact opposite of jealous. We feel sad for you. And then somebody else said, this is, okay. Yeah, and I don't know that I feel sad for Trisha Paytas anymore, because I do think the things that make Trisha Paytas really, really happy, and yes, I know I'm saying Trisha Paytas, Trisha Paytas, Trisha Paytas, Trisha Paytas, it's like Candyman. If I say it enough, is she gonna like, oh my God, no! I don't want her here in my life because I'm not jealous. I'm not obsessed. Why are you so, this is the reiteration of like the Mean Girl saying like, why are you so obsessed with me, okay? So, okay, you know, be the Regina George that you claim to be, Trisha Paytas. But here's the thing, like, I don't feel sad for her. I don't. I'm so past having any kind of, like, real, true, like, I don't have any emotional attachment to Trisha Paytas anymore, because I believe that everything that she does is for money to, you know, pay for this lifestyle that she has. And I think the only thing that makes Trisha happy is purchasing things and showing off this extravagant lifestyle so she can get the attention that she wants. It's attention and money are the only two things that she really cares about on any kind of deep level. And so she's not in a sad existence because she's continuing to make money based on the lying and the trolling and the saying you're jealous of me and all this kind of, she's continuing to make money, and that's really all that's important to her at the end of the day, right? That's why she's doing all this constantly, is because she needs all this attention to validate her own existence. That makes me sad for any human being, right? Because I would want any human being to know that they are good enough on their own without needing to do all of this to have other people basically kiss my ass and telling me I'm the greatest person in the world. Because at the end of the day, when you turn the camera off, you got to be alone with yourself, right? Now, I do think this is interesting. I was tagged by, and I'm just going to say this at the very end, I was tagged by Spill, hold on a second, oh shoot, oh, my leg is falling asleep. Okay, so I was tagged in Spill Some Tea With Me Backup, and this is regarding Trisha Paytas' live stream that she is in right now. And it says in here, I actually just asked about this in a video that I just did about Trisha recently. It says, admits she has not actively seeking therapy or talking to a therapist. Who would have thought? So it's interesting to me. I said that, you know, recently. It's like, you know, Trisha is like, things are getting worse. The trolling is getting worse. She's claiming all these things. She's self-diagnosing again, and yet there's no therapy whatsoever. So when Trisha was going to doing frenemies, and she was going to therapy 3 times a week, she claimed that she was, at least. And we really were starting to see a change in Trisha, you know, and here we are, and Trisha's not doing the things that Trisha needs to do to take care of herself again. So, hey, I wish you the best, Trisha. I really, really do. like I've said this before, you know, when we look down the road 2, 3, 5 years, I mean, this career of Trisha Paytas is going to be completely non-existent. And that is what's sad for me, right? It's like, at the end, for any human being, is at the end, right? When you're not making the money and getting the attention that you wanted that made you happy, and then on top of that, okay, you just can't do what you were doing anymore, and then on top of that, you haven't done the work on inside, you know, to be happy, because through the years, I have done the work, you know, and I've had more money at times and I've had less money at times, and when you're happy inside and you're content and peaceful and serene, what you realize is, money doesn't really matter. It comes and goes, and thankfully we can pay our bills today. At least my husband and I can today, you know. But down the road, if things are worse, you know, at least a happy marriage and working on ourselves are the things that really truly matter, you know, at the end of the day, and the priceless relationships that you have with one another, you know. Some of the happiest times of my entire life were when, you know, back in the day, I was barely scraping by, you know, eating ramen in my apartment with my roommate, and we were having great times. So, no, all of this high luxury stuff, doesn't matter who buys what for who and who claims that they bought this, and it doesn't matter, right? Those priceless relationships matter, and I don't ever see any evidence of that, you know, on Trisha's videos. And if she has that with Moses, I think that's fantastic as a romantic relationship, but where are her other relationships with people? Like, does she have friends that she goes and hangs out with anymore, or is it just her sister and her mom? It's kind of a sad existence, I think. So anyway, and I'm glad that she has her mom and her sister, you know, honestly I am, and that she has Moses. I mean, I would want that for anybody, but don't you want other people to hang out with? Don't you want friends to hang out with and stuff that are, you know, extensions of yourself? Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.